maybe someday I'll come up with a song.
The judge said guilty in a make-believe trial. Slapped the sheriff on the back.
Remember that one song you heard once on the radio and never got out of your head? Well, get ready for a musical journey straight back to 1973. 15 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1973 you listen to in your car. Some were so catchy we're still humming them, even if we forgot who sang them. From romantic ballads to wild instrumentals and forgotten gems, these artists touched the sky and then vanished. So sit back, turn up the volume, and join us on this nostalgic ride through the fleeting hits that defined 1973. Let's go.
My name is Michael, I got a nickel.
Playground in My Mind, Clint Holmes. This song sounds like it came straight out of a children's TV show. Clint Holmes struck gold with this playful tune, featuring a little boy's voice imagining candy and future kids named Michael and Cindy. It had a sing-song quality that made it stand out among the rock and soul tracks of 1973. The innocence and simplicity made it a surprise hit, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. While Holmes never had another big hit, this one embedded itself into pop culture as a quirky favorite.
Close your eyes and follow me to where the cheese.
Whether you loved it or found it slightly annoying, there's no denying its staying power. Holmes may have faded from the spotlight, but that imaginary playground still echoes in our memories.
The judge said guilty in a make-believe trial. Slapped the sheriff on the back.
The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, Vicky Lawrence. Yes, that Vicky Lawrence, from The Carol Burnett Show. Who knew a comedic actress would top the charts with a murder ballad? With its haunting melody and Southern Gothic lyrics, this track told the dramatic story of injustice and betrayal. It had a soap opera twist that caught everyone off guard. Lawrence's deadpan delivery and the eerie vibe helped the song soar to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was a complete tonal shift from her usual comedy routines, showcasing her unexpected musical chops. Though she never repeated the success musically, she made an unforgettable impression with this song. After dropping the mic, she returned to comedy, leaving behind one of the most chilling one-hit wonders of the decade. Hocus Pocus, Focus. A Dutch rock band that yodeled? You bet. Hocus Pocus by Focus is a bizarre, high-energy roller coaster of a song. It mixes hard rock guitar riffs with rapid-fire yodeling, gibberish, and flute solos. Sounds like chaos? It is, but in the best way. This instrumental fever dream reached number 9 on the US charts, which is wild considering how unconventional it was. Focus never scored another hit in the States, but they carved out a place in rock history with this unpredictable masterpiece. It's the kind of track that leaves you wide-eyed and wondering what you just heard, and then you hit replay. It's a glorious mess that still shreds decades later. Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest. Few songs give off feel-good vibes like this one. Dancing in the Moonlight is smooth, mellow, and irresistibly catchy. King Harvest, a band of American musicians living in France, nailed the soft rock formula with this track. It peaked at number 13 in 1973, thanks to its breezy melody and dreamy lyrics. The tune has lived on far beyond the band's brief career, appearing in countless commercials, movie soundtracks, and cover versions.
They don't bark, they don't bite, they keep things loose.
It's one of those timeless songs that makes you want to roll down the windows and sing along. Though King Harvest never had another hit, this one remains a classic comfort tune that still brings the good vibes.
Nothing bad, it was good.
Brother Louie, Stories. This one hit hard in more ways than one. Brother Louie tackled interracial relationships at a time when it was still controversial. The gritty vocals and orchestral funk arrangement made it stand out immediately. Originally by British band Hot Chocolate, the US version by Stories hit number 1 on the Billboard charts. It was bold, unapologetic, and ahead of its time. Lead singer Ian Lloyd gave it raw emotional energy, and the dramatic storytelling pulled listeners in. Despite this massive success, Stories couldn't replicate the magic again. But with just one hit, they made a bold statement and left a lasting mark on music history.
Never you call me, I'll be there.
DeSadie, Superfly meets Shaft, John and Ernest. This novelty hit was like a funky audio mashup before mashups were cool. John and Ernest crafted a detective-style narrative using snippets and lyrics from popular soul songs, especially from Curtis Mayfield's Superfly and Isaac Hayes' Shaft. The result? A bizarre but clever track that stitched together familiar sounds into something entirely new. It hit number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1973, riding the wave of blaxploitation film popularity.
Holding hands, making all kinds.
While the duo never made another chart appearance, their creative approach earned them cult status among novelty record collectors. It was funny, funky, and surprisingly innovative. A one-hit wonder that was way ahead of its time. Heartbeat. It's a love beat. The DeFranco family. This bubblegum pop hit was pure teenage energy. Led by 13-year-old Tony DeFranco, the DeFranco family burst onto the scene with this sugary love song. Think Jackson 5, but from Canada. The track shot up to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and made the group instant teen idols. With its infectious chorus and upbeat tempo, it was the perfect soundtrack for 1970s teen romance.
Like a vision in the sky.
They made TV appearances and covered teen magazines for a hot minute, but the fame was short-lived. Still, this song remains a guilty pleasure for many, and it's a time capsule of innocent, high-pitched pop. You can almost smell the polyester and lip gloss. Drift Away, Dobie Gray. One of the most beloved soft rock anthems of all time, Drift Away is a heartfelt tribute to the power of music. Dobie Gray's soulful delivery made it unforgettable. The song climbed to number 5 on the charts, powered by its sing-along chorus, Give Me the Beat, Boys, and Free My Soul. It's been covered countless times, but Gray's version is the gold standard.
No melody can move me.
Though he had a long and varied music career, this was his only major pop hit. Still, it's a track that continues to resonate with listeners, serving as a love letter to music lovers everywhere. One hit? Maybe, but what a hit. The Cisco Kid, War. War isn't technically a one-hit wonder, but this was one of their biggest and most recognizable hits. The Cisco Kid blended funk, Latin, and rock influences with a playful Western theme inspired by the TV cowboy of the same name. Its quirky guitar riff, catchy lyrics, and funky groove helped it reach number 2 on the charts. The song was a great introduction to War's eclectic style.
I don't understand the things I do.
Though they had other hits like Low Rider and Why Can't We Be Friends, this track stands out for its humor and unique fusion of styles. It may not be their only hit, but it was their breakout moment. We're an American Band, Grand Funk Railroad. Okay, Grand Funk Railroad had a bunch of hits, but this one's a beast. We're an American Band was their first number 1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 and became their defining anthem. With pounding drums, gritty guitars, and lyrics about life on the road, it was pure rock and roll swagger. It marked a new direction for the band and gave them serious radio play. Though not technically a one-hit wonder, it's the song most people think of when they hear the name Grand Funk. So, it makes the list on sheer anthem status alone. Raise your glass, crank the volume, and sing it loud.
On the mountain was the treasure buried deep in.
Pionta, One Tin Soldier, The Legend of Billy Jack, Coven. This anti-war anthem tells the tragic tale of a peaceful tribe destroyed by greed. It originally appeared in the cult classic film Billy Jack and became a recurring hit thanks to repeated radio play. Coven's dramatic, almost theatrical vocals made the moral message hit even harder. The track was part folk, part rock opera, and 100% earnest. While Coven had a unique sound, they couldn't escape one-hit wonder territory.
Now they stood beside the treasure on the mountain.
But with this song, they delivered a powerful, haunting story that still hits today. Peace, love, and betrayal, all in under 4 minutes.
Let's keep on looking for the love.
The Morning After, Maureen McGovern. This uplifting ballad was the theme song for the disaster movie The Poseidon Adventure, and it won an Oscar for Best Original Song. McGovern's crystal-clear voice carried the tune to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's all about hope and survival, which fit perfectly with the film's dramatic storyline.
It's not too late
While Maureen McGovern didn't have another major pop hit, she built a successful career in musical theater and cabaret. Still, this track remains her biggest brush with pop fame, and a shining example of 1970s movie ballads at their cheesiest and best.
Oh, the bed's so big and the sheets are clean and you...
Dead Skunk, Loudon Wainwright III. Yes, this is really a song about a dead skunk in the middle of the road. It's goofy, gross, and oddly charming. Loudon Wainwright III, better known today for his serious songwriting and acting, accidentally hit the mainstream with this stinky little novelty tune. It peaked at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a cult classic.
I don't want to make no late night New York.
With its twangy folk rock vibe and sing-along chorus, it was a moment of silliness that stuck around. While Loudon never chased pop success again, Dead Skunk follows him everywhere he goes, proof that sometimes the weird ones win.
Who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song.
I Believe in Music, Gallery. Originally written by Mac Davis, this cheerful anthem found new life with Gallery. Their version had a sunny, easy-listening vibe that made it a favorite for sing-alongs. Though it only reached number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100, it became a staple on soft rock radio and family road trips. Gallery's other big hit was Nice to Be With You, but this song cemented their feel-good status. With its message of unity and joy, it's hard not to smile when this one plays. The band didn't last long, but they delivered a tune that's aged surprisingly well. 1 Inch, Basketball Jones, Cheech and Chong. This parody tune is everything you'd expect from Cheech and Chong. Ridiculous, over the top, and hilarious. But what makes it special is the insane lineup of musicians backing them. George Harrison, Carole King, Billy Preston, and more. The song tells the tale of a guy obsessed with basketball, crooned in a falsetto so bad, it's good. It somehow hit number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's not just a comedy bit. It's a legitimate hit with serious musical firepower. Only Cheech and Chong could turn a stoner joke into radio gold. Nothing but net. And there you have it, 15 one-hit wonders from 1973 that made us dance, laugh, cry, or at least raise an eyebrow. Maybe some brought back memories, or maybe you just discovered a lost gem that deserves a spot on your playlist. Either way, these artists proved that sometimes all it takes is one song to make a mark. If you enjoyed this musical trip, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us your favorite, or the one we missed. Until next time, keep the music playing.